Hello class, my name is Joshua Ferris. Today we're going to be talking about in-text citations and why they're important. First I would like to let you meet one of our classmates here. This is Frederick. He's been with us for about a year now. And if everyone could just welcome him to our class. So here we begin to look at the basic citations. Ultimately what we want to do is just make sure that we're giving all of the credit that is deserved to the author back to the author. When you're doing an in-text citation, you just want to make sure that you are putting your statement in parentheses and that you are ending it with the author's last name and the page number. As you can see here, we put it in parentheses. We did Ferris of 2019, end your parentheses, and then add your punctuation. The basic theory of in-text citations are that you're just going to give that credit back to the author. We then look at short quotes. Short quotes should be no more than 2 to 3 sentences long. When you are doing a short quote, you can either do the author's last name and then put the year that it was published in parentheses, and then end it with the page number, or you can do it all at the end. Either way works, as long as you're giving that credit back to the author. You need to make sure that when you are doing a short quote on something that you do include the page number so it can be referenced back to. Many times authors have multiple sites, different books, publishings. You just need to make sure that the instructors can find the right one. Again, like I said, if you want, you can add it all at the end. You also do this if, when you're doing your short quote, that you realize the author is talking about somebody else, but you don't know who they're talking about. That's where you just say he or she said, add in your statement. Most of the time with this one, you want to try to paraphrase. You could just put the quote down, whether or not you know who the author was speaking about, and then just give the credit to the author at the end. We then look at, if you're doing more than 2 or 3 sentences, this is where you need to make it a long quotation, which you do not want to use very often. You want to make sure you limit that on your pages. Instructors, not a fan of that. Once you use a long quotation, that's going to be about 40 words or more. You want to make sure that you indent your margins at least a ½ inch. Some instructors would like an inch, depending on who they're going through. Purdue OWL suggests that you do it for ½ inch. Begin it with the author and then the date in parentheses again. And then you're going to put your block quote, as they call it, in. And then once you are done, make sure again you add in that page number. If you are quoting something that does not have a page number, you could start it with the author, end it with the year that it was published, or you can do the page number, or do your year that it was published, then end it with the author. Either way works, as long as you are giving credit back to where it belongs. We then look at paraphrasing. It's very important that you paraphrase. Every now and then you don't want to have an entire essay of nothing but quotes. If you can actually paraphrase some things through it, you just need to make sure that you are still giving that author the credit for his work. That was not something that you came up with on your own, because you did read it somewhere and you took information. When that is told, you just need to make sure that you write out your paraphrase. You don't have to worry about quoting it. But you do need to make sure at the end that you give credit to the author. Again, we can see in parentheses where it's Ferris 2019. That way, when someone is reading that, they don't think that it's your own work. Paraphrasing can get a lot of people in trouble because they feel like that they've changed the whole story around, and it's something that they came up with, when in fact, they did not know that information prior, and they actually took the author's work to put in. Again, Purdue OWL is one of the better sites that you can go to look at citations, whether you're doing APA, LMA, Chicago style. They're all on there. They give multiple examples so they can help you along the way. So thank you again, Purdue Al. So I hope everyone got a little bit more of an understanding when it comes to in-text citations. It's very important to do, very important to have on your paper. Plus, it gives you a little bit more knowledge when you're doing a paper. So with that being said, I hope the class has enjoyed this presentation, and I hope that you all have a great day. As for Frederick, he looks like he's pretty happy right now.